Aren't we, Paul?
Loving the weather.
Rick, the LA Kings sort of 1-3-1 identity and style of play is pretty, I guess, well known and discussed, and maybe a change from what you guys have played against so far. So how do you get ready for tonight's game?
We worked on that in a couple of things in practice yesterday. It's there's other teams in the league that play it, so it's not that we're new. We played it against a few teams last year, so sometimes you go back and you look at the video in those games, what you did well against that 1-3-1. It's hard to play against, there's no question. The lanes are filled. What it does is helps their breakouts. They all pretty well know where that puck's going on their breakouts. Big part for us is making the decisions, coming with speed, and doing our best job to keep it away from their goalie, because if their goalie touches it, they break out pretty clean. So there's a lot of onus on us. We know what to expect. We know it's very difficult to play against, but we've had success against it before.
So what does it look like when your D and forwards on the breakout, they're making the right reads, they're getting through that? What are they doing right if they do that?
Timing, execution, just putting it in and coming with speed. You can't go through that neutral zone with three-quarter speed. You've got to be coming. We know who's going back for the puck. We know where it's going. We've got to beat them there, right? And they're very good at it, and they're quick as well. So if you're coming in three-quarter speed, you're going to be getting there late, and you're going to be chasing them. You got to get right on top of them, because again, we pretty well know where that puck is going, and we've just got to make sure we've got bodies there, but the bodies have got to get there very quickly.
Rick, we talked a lot about Mark's night the other night. Maybe one aspect we didn't touch on that much was his night in the faceoff circle. 19 of 24 is pretty impressive. Is that something you've seen him work on? Is that just a good night at the office, or something that you think he's notably improved at?
It's a little bit of all of that. It was a great night, clearly. We did not have a good face-off night in Calgary, so we talked to the centerman and the team about that. Again, a centerman loses a draw. It's not always just on the centerman. There's wingers on some of these circles, and there's the defense and the D-zone circles. They've got to help out our centerman. We gave up a goal in Calgary because we basically won the draw, yet they got to the puck. So it's that, but Mark works very hard on all aspects of his game every day, and he's out in the ice working on face-offs, but it's all of those. He had a good night. Things went his way. He got help from the wingers. He got help from the defense, and that's what it takes.
And the answer is probably self-evident.
So the answer is, before you even answer the question, I like that. I don't have to say anything.
But you want to be a puck possession team.
Yes.
Which is why you put a lot of emphasis on face-offs, right?
Everyone wants that puck. You got to start with it. It usually takes, 9, 10, 12 seconds to get that puck back. And some teams are very, very good on the transition. You'll see in today's NHL, there's a lot of set plays off every face-off. Neutral zone, red line, outside the blue line. Teams are those things are practiced a lot more now than they used to be. Hey, Jim, we never used to practice those things. Get it, go north. But now they're set plays. And so it's a lot of pre-scout, but again, you got to get the puck back as quick as you can, and so it's much better to win that. And possession time, right? You want that possession time.
And face-offs, it's not easy, right, for young players. Look at a guy like Connor Bedard, who's done a lot of really impressive things, but he's getting annihilated at the face-off circle in his first few games, because it's guys learn, I guess, tricks of the trade as they get along.
Yeah, it is, and the quickness and the size and strength of players comes into play. There's a lot of factors, but timing, knowing when to cheat, how to cheat, well, that's all part of taking a face-off, right? It is getting your stick in at the right angle, knowing which side the linesman's going to drop the puck on, or the middle where that puck's going. There's a lot. It's a lot involved, but most of the time it's going to come down to size and strength and quickness.
Rick, as much as we've been talking about the 3 ex-Kings playing their first game and the return of Pierre-Luc, but last year a guy by the name of Kopitar put on quite a show against you in this building, didn't he?
He's an elite player. He really is, and I love watching the guy play. He's a pain in the butt to play against, but I love the elite athletes in our league that take such great pride in their game and playing at a high level on a consistent basis. And Kopi's like that. Like I don't know the guy, but I'm telling you, since he came in the league, I've always admired how he played. He's one of my favorite players to watch play the game. But he's a big, strong guy that's so good at both ends, and he's so detailed to his game. He's an elite player, and all the recognition he gets, he deserves.
Just hearing you talk about him, you haven't done a whole lot of line matching in the first couple of games because you've tried to roll the 4 lines, but is he one of those elite talents that you have to pay a little extra special attention?
We'll see. You got to know he's on the ice.
That's not
but
a
again,
no.
the league today with the icings and everything else, there's things you can't control, and there's been a lot of penalties. And like I didn't get Cole's line out there very much the other night because we're killing penalties half the night, and it just kind of disrupts the flow of the game. So the penalties are coming into play on your line matchups as well. But no, we've got to be well aware when he's on the ice.
Just a bigger picture, what's it like to prepare to face the LA Kings down the middle with their depth down the middle with all 3 of those guys, Kopitar, Dano, and Dubois?
Yeah,
now?
they're very strong down the middle of the ice. They're all big, strong guys. They're all very dominant in the face-off circle. So it's going to, we will do a pre-scout on the face-offs and get ready for that. But they're very strong down the middle. So are we. So, Rasmus has been great at center for us. He's done a wonderful job for us. Cole's getting better every game, and we got Adam and we got Mark. So we're not that bad down the middle ourselves.
And do you offer any advice to the guys facing their former team for the first time?
You can talk all you want. They're going to be nervous. They got to get out there and they got to get through it. Probably about 3 or 4 shifts into it, you're forgetting that there's the opposition. There's no friends out there to take that mentality into the game, and there's not. But you got to get through that until first. You can talk to them all you want. They have to experience that, and then they'll be fine. I'm not worried about them. All good? Thank you.